There's a brand new 55 plus community in Avenir in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. Today, we're going to show you all it has to offer. We're going to go through the models, and I bet you're going to be impressed. My name is Ray Fernandez. I'm with Living in Palm Beach, Florida, powered by EXP Luxury Homes, and welcome to Esprit of Avenir. One thing I like about this community that they're doing is they have 6 models, and they have 6 floor plans, I should say, and they're showing all of them. Look at this master. Look how deep the this master bedroom is, overlooking your pool. They've definitely kicked out this 4 feet here, no doubt about that. Over here in the master bath, again we have a floating counter. I don't know, you love it or you hate it. They got that brownish tile, stone flooring. Do not have the rain shower above, so that's something to keep that in your mind. Here's your closet. At some point when they're done with this community, these models will be for sale. If you look a couple of weeks ago, we put a video out on L'Ambiance's models for sale. We're helping them sell the Sydney and the Page there. They're north of $2 million, just to give you an idea. They come with the furniture and they are decked out. At the end of the day, there's 481 homes in this community. I mentioned they all 6 same models that they're using over L'Ambiance they have here, but you can see them here. It's a 55 plus community. The amenities are going to be crazy, even bigger clubhouse than what you see for the Western clubhouse at Apex and L'Ambiance are using. So a lot more elaborate, and it's very affordable. I'll go over some of the pricings, a little bit later. I'll give you this hint. There's a cold plunge. That's a new, I've never seen that. That's become popular. They have a cold plunge as part of the amenity. Here at the Jordan, I keep thinking Julia. There's your office. Double oven, microwave combo. The pantry might be slightly smaller than what we saw over there. But in a nutshell, this shows well. And this is, if you're looking for a smaller home, this is in this community, this is a model to consider. Here we are on the model row for Esprit at Avenir. Over there is their sales center. If you walk into their sales center on your own, you are absolutely crazy. We highly recommend independent representation. Independent representation means we need to be with you on your very first visit. Oftentimes, if you come to the community and try to add us as a realtor afterwards to help you guys out, oftentimes the builder will not let you. There's no discount for not using us. You could ask them. The cost to you for using our services and living in Palm Beach, Florida is 0 out of your pocket. It's the builder who pays us, and they're happy to do so. You can ask them. So this is the Leslie model. It's one of their most popular models. How can I say that when the community is not even open yet? Well, it's because this is the Lila over at L'Ambiance. It's the Lila over at PGA Verano. I've seen this model before. They've changed the name. It's the same thing. And this is, when I take buyers to their communities, this is something that always seems to resonate. Let's go see why. One of the features why this is a popular model is, from a garage perspective, they've got a lot of flexibility here. As you can see here, this model shows with a 2-car garage and a golf cart garage. So a 3-car garage, it can be 2 or 3. We get a lot of people that are insistent on 3. That's why this model does well. It's a smaller home for a 3-car garage. You could also see how it's a side load garage. It could also be a front-facing garage. So there's lots of flexibility. In general, this builder is really good when it comes to flexibility in terms of personalization, not customization, but personalization. Let's go see how it looks inside and walk around a bit. one of the reasons, well, a couple of things why people find this to be an appealing model. The great room is a very open concept. People in general like open concepts. What they don't have, I'll tell you, he'd take it there right now because this is like shiny object syndrome here. What the other models don't have is this fireplace. I mean, look at this electric fireplace. I'm gonna go down here. I love this. The other models I've seen in their other communities don't show that. That's definitely an upgrade, but that's a big that's a big deal. The elevation, by the way, they have some upgraded elevation. The elevation is not like an elevator; it's the outside of the house. Their tropical modern is their standard here. Over there in the other, like in La Biance, their other Avenir community, it's an upgrade. So, so there's a lot of good stuff here. This is going to be a higher end community when it comes to that, in general. So this is the kitchen. The other, I want to finish my point. The other reason why people this model appeals to them is the orientation of the kitchen. A lot of people are very particular about that, especially once you point it out to them that, wow, I should be thinking about that. You can look out to the pool area from your kitchen while you're cooking. That is a big attribute. Also notice the panels. Let me turn this around so you can see this. So it's 4-panel, and it goes from floor to almost the ceiling. That's an upgrade. Well, maybe it's not in this community. I'd have to check on that. Still learning things. This community is not officially open right now. As of filming of this is not officially open. I have private access to this community today with the builder, who've always treated us very favorably at living in Palm Beach. But in general, there's a transom up top, and that's an upgrade to go to the ceiling. People like it. I think it's worth it. It gives you more light. You have windows here too. In general, there's a lot of light in this room. As I move here, this is your office. It's probably not big enough to be a bedroom, not big enough for a dining room. It's probably just big enough for an office. But you know, it does the job. What people like about the kitchen, first of all, they usually use GE. No, yep, GE Cafe. So that's a GE Cafe cooktop. So it goes profile cafe and then monogram, which is their upper level appliance. Here's another cafe style dishwasher, microwave, double oven microwave combo, cafe fridge, Fiji water. If you order cabinets like this, if you buy this home and you do cabinets like this, make sure you keep your cabinets clean. Same thing could be said for the pantry. Beautiful, right? This is a very fun. Let me turn the light on here. Very functional pantry here. Lots of room. They probably can make better use of the space if they did it right. So, in general, this kitchen shows well. They have a darker wood. Some people don't like that. I do. I'm gonna head over to the master suite. I know you guys like the master suite. Let's see what they have for us here. So it's nice. It's not the biggest master suite in the world, but it's big enough. It does the job. When this is a 55 plus community, when you are looking at that, you're generally speaking are downsizing, not looking for big things. But it's big enough, that you can put a bed here, put a chair in front of the bed. The other thing about what they do is over here, this builder allows you to personalize the master and the loggia to kick this out 4 feet. So if you want more room in here, you can kick this out 4 more feet. Of course, that's an upgrade. It's a structural upgrade. It's one that a lot of people take. The master bath They have one of those floating floating cabinets. I love that. So you have all that space down there. And the closet's big. Before I leave the bathroom, it's detail like this I always look for. You should too. That's why I think I love when you guys watch our videos and learn from them. I make it a point to try and teach you things. Look at the floor all the way. Look how it goes. The tile goes all the way to the top, and that's a high ceiling. Um, rain shower up there. See if I can get that in there. There you go. Rain shower there and there. So these are some of the these are some of the things you look for when you're looking at new construction home. Look to see if the builder can do this and if it's an upgrade, what's the price? So as I move to the front of the house, you have a bedroom here, secondary bedroom that uses that bath. So you're not going to get that half a bath here, which is a shame. But it's not there. As we move to the higher levels, the Priscilla or Paige or the Sydney, which is a different name here, Sophia here, you're going to get stuff like that. Same thing here. This is actually different here. This is the other secondary. So this secondary bedroom does have an ensuite. So it depends. Of course, this is going to be a little bit less money. They're calling this is in what they call a Carson collection home, which is the smaller lots. They're actually going to call it something different. I don't know if I have the name here, but anyways, it's the same thing. It's a Carson collection over at La Biance. And then you have the other collection. So when you're picking out lots, you need to make sure this home fits on a lot. More on that later. No, always you can reach out to us. We'll guide you as to what that means. Look at their map. Important. So this home shows with it that you can get a pool in this community. This home shows nice. You can see they're still building the pool here. They put a baby fence. This is what you do if you have kids. This is what you can use. When I bought my house, when they were not swimmers yet and they were babies, we did use this. This comes out. See, this lifts out here. So it's easily removable. I know it's a little bit of an eyesore, but you know what? It's Florida. By the way, you're talking to a person who has 3 kids and have seen the gamut of middle school, pre-K, all that. One thing you have to know as parents is you will be invited to a lot of pool parties, a lot of birthday pool parties. So one thing I highly recommend is get your kids on a swimming program, because there'll be lots of the parties will be surrounded by pool. And if you want peace of mind, that's what you should do. So where in the world is Esprit of Avenir? So if we look at the overall map of Florida, as you can see, Avenir as a whole is here, southeast Florida. I'm going to zoom in a bit here. It's in the northern part of Palm Beach County. In fact, the most northern part of Palm Beach County is right here, Jupiter. Jupiter has some of the nicest beaches in the world, my gosh. And it's right next to like the second most. I mean, these two are some of the best, Juno Beach and Jupiter Beach. These will be your best beaches if you live anywhere in Avenir. But Avenir as a whole, it's a little bit, it's a half-hour ride at least to the beaches. They're making this extension. I'm going to talk about this now. This extension on Coconut Boulevard, which is this road here, is going to go up to this road, Beeline Highway, to PGA Boulevard, and it's going to get you to all the things that downtown Palm Beach Gardens has to offer. And if I were to zoom in, you see they have the Gardens Mall, which is by all intents and purposes, that's the Yard House, which is right next door. By all intents and purposes, it's right here. That circular thing here is the mall. It's the nicest mall in the area, nicest mall in maybe Florida. Next to it here, I'm gonna go zoom way in, this is all downtown at the Gardens. There's a ton there. Yard House has been there since the beginning. Grimaldi's is one of the things they've been there. Cheesecake Factory. These places have been here like decades, since the beginning of this. Lots of golf in the area, as I always talk about when it comes to Avenir. PGA National is nearby here. So there's a ton. But let's zoom into Avenir itself. When I look at the satellite map, you can see that it's not really, it's developing so quick, it's not really showing much here. So I'm going to go to the other map, which is the site map, that might give you a little bit more clarity on things. Avenir is going to be total 5,000 acres. It is 5,000 acres. This is half of it. This is 2,500. All this up here, these lines, these are walking trails. It's going to be phenomenal for walking trails. If you're a walker, it's great. Look at all these access points. There's like 6 of them right here that you can walk. There's a dog park right there. Golf. It's right next to Sandhill Crane Golf Club, which is right here on the right. That's a public course, one of the best public courses. There's the Nest Par 3 above it. That's brand new. The Dancing Crane is a restaurant on premises. Esprit is right here, all the way west is Esprit. Next to their all-age community of L'Ambiance. When this is all said and done, they're going to have, and this is in the process of being developed, right here is the town center, right here in the bottom here. When they open that town center, mark my words, not just Esprit, but all of Avenir are going to raise prices, because that's going to be where people are going to come to. And it's going to be basically drag attention to everything going on in this area we call Avenir in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. You're also next to Panther National. Let me tell you a little bit about Panther National. Panther National is a Jack Nicklaus signature course with about 200 homes on it. They're selling. They're anywhere from 4.5 million starting up to 20 million plus. They're averaging like 12 million in there. You are literally in Esprit, literally right next door. So your neighbors are going to be, have these, $10 million homes, $12 million homes, and you're right next to it. This, to me, bodes very well for property values now and in the future when it comes to Esprit and all of Avenir. One thing we highly recommend is look at our website. It's a great way to search these within Avenir or anything. Let me show you that. So here's our website. It's livinginpalmbeachfl.com. If you want to look at just any new construction in our area, this is the tab for you. If you want to sell your home, if you live in a lot of people are moving from other parts, like Regency, maybe other parts of Avenir, want to go into this. That's what we're seeing. You want to sell your home. No one sells more homes in Avenir than we do. We market there better than anybody. If you want to search for just homes out in the area, this is the great way to search. If you want to research communities, this communities tab is up here. And as an example, if you want to look all in Palm Beach Gardens, here, you click on this and it tells you what's going on. It gives you a good dialogue as to what's going on. You want to get Avenir alerts, you can get them right here. You want to look at what's going on right now in all of the city of Palm Beach Gardens. There's 400 Avenir. Do we Avenir? No, this is Palm Beach Gardens, I should say, not just Avenir. We do have one for Avenir, but this is a great video, by the way. The pros and cons of living in Palm Beach Gardens. If you're considering Palm Beach Gardens, you gotta look at that video. They're 92 days on the market, which is a little bit on the higher side. 1.3 is the average price. So there's a lot there. Use this resource of this website if you're looking anywhere in South Florida. This will be whether they're existing homes, which the builders won't tell you about, or new construction. This is the best website for you. I love the way this home shows. We are in the Madeline. This is the equivalent of the Madison over at L'Ambiance. And I was warned that it's going to look different than what they show at L'Ambiance. And I could see right away, there's a lot of differences here between that and this. It's just the way they did it. It's got because of the elevation, it's got more of a modern look in the front. I'll take you outside in a second to show that. They did a great job of creating a bird cage outside. I'll take you out there as well. This home also has a second story. Every single one of the homes in this, you can add a second floor. They come from one story, but you can add the second floor on a price per square foot basis. This is a really good deal. So as I enter outside, you can see it's got the modern look. There is an upgrade for the elevations. This is a new look. They didn't have this. They didn't have this over at L'Avenir. One of them's 10, and I think this one's 20. It's a $20,000 increase to get this elevation. But if you're into modern, this is worth it. One thing you could always tell about the modern looks is they seem to favor putting windows on the garage. So this is in the lower collection. They call it the Cassidy collection. Got that? Cassidy collection. It used to be the Carson in the other place. And when the elevation changes, some of the outside stuff changes too. Pretty big, welcoming patio when you walk in. Let's go check it out. So I do think this show's better than the Madison over at L'Avenir. It's just something about a few things. It does look, if you notice coming in to the back, it's pretty big. What's one difference you have with the Madison is as we come to the kitchen, the orientation of the kitchen is not facing outside. It faces the living area. It's got a pretty big living area. So the family room, I think, is big. It also, they have a nice dining area. Again, they're using the panels. They're using the 4-panel to the ceiling. I don't know that there's as much light in here. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but they do have the 3 windows. I think one of the things that's throwing me off is this is a loggia is a little bit extended here. So maybe that's giving in just an orientation of the sun. Might be why it is. Let's go, before I go outside, I'm dying to go out there. I haven't seen that part yet. This is the master. When you kick out your primary, your master bedroom 4 feet, it shows better. I mean, it shows bigger. There's a bigger difference. Nice view, right? Big windows. You notice that? Big window in the master. Here's your master bath. It's like a his/her side. You have one side here and one side there. Decent shower. You know what to look for now, right? Look for the rain shower and that. I like this closet. So I don't know what this is. This is cool. I don't know see those things. I don't know what those are. You know what that is? And let me know. Soft close on the closet. Pretty big closet for a 55 plus. I think that's a pretty big closet. I like the way this master suite shows. Having it kicked out 4 feet makes a difference. I'm going to skip around a little bit. Well, actually, this thing is on a alarm. Let me see if I can make sure. I don't want to go out there because I have a feeling that's on an alarm and I'm going to set the thing off. I don't want that. But that's a bird cage. So the pool area is surrounded by screen. That's definitely an upgrade. Those things, if you build them on your own, that kind of thing, just the bird cage, you're looking at about $20,000. So I'm guessing that's in my estimate. So that's some people love it, some people not so much. It's definitely going to be a little bit more insurance for that because if you do get a storm, those will go. But if you want to avoid bugs, that might be the way to go. The office area is a little bigger than the Leslie. So we got a little bit more room here. Not big enough quite for a bedroom, I think, or a dining room or whatever, but it's bigger. On the front, you have your bathroom there, so that means this is not going to have it, your secondary bedroom. And then on the other side, you're going to have, here's your secondary here, like in the Leslie. This has got the ensuite. So you have one that does and one that doesn't. Nice, well done laundry room, beautiful quartz countertop. See if you can see that. Nice sparkles in it. So it looks really nice. Now they've chosen to do the upstairs here. Let's go look at it. This shows well. This is like you come up to the top of the stairs. It's like a loft area. You could actually close this out and make this a bedroom. If you want to add bedrooms. But really, it's sort of like a place to watch the football game, the World Series, which is going to come up pretty soon. Over here, you could outline these things differently. The way they've chosen to do it here, they have a big closet here, and they have a full bath. So you can make this into a bedroom because there's lots of options with the second story. So that's one of the things about this builder, about this community. You have some options to do different things. If you don't like it the way it shows, ask some questions, ask us. We'll give you some ideas of things you can do. 19 years ago, my family and I relocated to this beautiful part of the world we call sunny South Florida, and we haven't looked back. Today, we truly find honor to help people perhaps like you do the exact same thing. If you're thinking about moving to this area and you want to ask questions from people who've actually done it before, well, there's a few ways to get a hold of us. Down below is our email address. That's one great way. Also on the screen, you see our phone number. You can either call or text that number. But literally two of the best ways is in the description and the comment section. There's a link. Click on that link. What that'll do is it'll set some time for us to speak, either through a phone call or Zoom, whatever way you feel most comfortable. In any case, we have your back when it comes to relocating here to sunny South Florida. So now we're going to kick it up a notch. I'm on the other side of the street. It's called the Hudson Collection. It's in the upper end, wider homes. These are generally about 10 feet wider than the Carson or the Cassidy Collection. This is the Rebecca. What I like about this is that they don't have this over at La Biance. This is sort of like your first look here in Palm Beach. They have one up at PGA Verano in Port St. Lucie, but outside looks similar, right, to the Lila with the 3-car garage. That part's nice, but inside is very different. I think this home has a lot of character. One of the things I like about this house, it doesn't show it here, but I think there's an option. I'm like 99% sure there's an option. I know this builder well. You see the 1, 2, 3, 4 panels here. Let me go back on this. 4 panels. They're using the ceiling to floor to ceiling panels. Big kitchen, dining area, like breakfast nook here. And here you have a window. You could corner that. You could make, so one of the versions of this home is you can make this a corner slider. So basically, well, in that instance, it goes around and they pocket into the wall. Let's see if I can do this. They don't really pocket here with these, but just looking outside. But anyway, it shows nice. So this is going to be in the middle of the Hudson Collection, middle priced. But what I like about the kitchen just feels bigger. Oh, do you feel that? The island is not super wide, but it's long. So They're using GE, but they're using the upper end of it. GE monogram, your cooktop, your hood, double oven. There's your fridge. There's your monogram fridge. Fiji water in this one too. It just shows differently. Similar to the Madison, the orientation for this house is it looks into the living room. The pool's right there. It's close enough, but that's sort of how it works. Let's go check out the master. Let's go check out that master. Got to turn these lights on. I like this. This is elegant. I love the way this shows. So what do you think? Tell me leave a comment down below. By the way, we're going to talk about a Zoom call if we haven't already. Let us help you ask questions on this. I mean, we help a lot of people moving from other parts of the country. We are really good at telling the differences between the different communities. What's the difference between Regency is another 55 plus community here in Avenir and Esprit? I can help explain the differences. I've done that many times. We help families every week in these communities. It's what we do. So this master bath, we've been seeing a lot of these today. These I have the floating counters. It corners well. This is what I'm talking about when I have a nice shower. Ceiling, floor to ceiling, and the big rain thingamajiggy going on there. Looks like they've kicked this master out 4 feet. The lots, you want to know the lots. I'm giving you prices before. I'm not telling you what the lots are. I'm going to give you that in a minute. You don't, when you look at the website, don't register on their website. Let me help register you. I will give you the right person to work with here. But when you look at the website, it can be misleading. I'm gonna go outside. It can be misleading because those prices are just for the base price of the home. So here is the outside, big wall there. It looks like they're gonna be doing something there, probably a TV. Nice pool. This is a long pool. I like this. So lot pricing. Literally, it's going to be anywhere from $10,000 to $225,000. Yeah, that is. You've heard that correct. If you are on water, this lot is obviously not. It's going to be more money. The biggest one is $225,000. Dry lots start as low as 10. That's amazing. I love this pool. Look how long it is. This is not something you see every day here in Florida. Most pools are just sort of, they're not like they're made for, unless you go to the clubhouse, they're not made for laps, type of thing. But this pool is on the longer end. So when I'm giving you these prices of the home, it's the base price. You have to add the lot price on. Let us help you negotiate this stuff. We're really good with this, and I can give you some hints as to getting some of the better deals. Also, there's upgrades. When you buy a house, you're going to want to probably put some upgrades on. The average person spends somewhere between 10 to 15% of the base price in upgrades. Some of the more expensive things are like the flooring. So we'll help guide you as to what makes sense, because you're also working that into your tax base if you over upgrade your home. That's one of the things we do. So reach out to us. We'll give you some guidance on that. Mark my words, this model will be one of their best sellers in this community. This is called the Priscilla. This, if you look at their other communities, some of their other communities, it's called the Page, but it's essentially the same house. There are some nuances, some differences, but for the most part, they're the same. One of the differences is this entrance. This entrance is a little bit different. If you've seen our video in L'Ambiance, like on that video right there from L'Ambiance, the model is for sale right now. Let us know if you want us to help you with that. But you'll see that entrance is a little bit different. It's called the Page there. So there's a little bit of a difference. I like the way this home looks. It has a second floor. We're gonna go up there, but let's see what it looks like on the outside. One of the things you'll notice is like right here, it has an outdoor porch. I know in the front of the house. I know a lot of people who like that. 3-car garage. It is that's the standard for this, as opposed to like the Lila, which is a 2 plus but you can add it. This one comes this way. It's got a golf cart garage to the right, as you can see, but it's really one big 3-car garage, which is nice. If that's the configuration you like, this is a good home. Again, this is a really popular model. Florida vernacular, that's the elevation they use on this. I think that's what it's called. The elevations are slightly different here. The blue doors throw you off a little bit, but it looks like it's a Florida vernacular. Gray roof. Let's go look around the Priscilla here at Esprit. Couple of things I wanted to make sure you see. Height of the ceiling. Really high ceilings. One of the distinguishing marks of Coulter. That's 15 feet. That's 15 feet to the ceiling, and then to the tray, like in there, in the indentation in there, that's an extra foot. So 16 feet total. Gives you a nice dramatic entrance. I'm going to show you from the, let me show you from the front. Look. So it has a nice grand entrance. Once you come here, before I go there, I want to show the office. There's a bedroom there. Once you come here, you have this office. There's something about the way they decorated this thing. I love it. Very, I don't know. It's really, people would probably use this as an office, but they just made it into more like an entertaining area. If you like to drink, this is a good room for you. They've got wine bottles here. It just shows well. I like the way they did this glass wall as a door. It makes it unique. It distinguishes it. The front, I'll take it to the front now. Full bath here. You're going to probably have them use it for your guests, which guys who watch the channel know I'm not a big fan of. Secondary bedroom is decent. It's right in front of that porch on the outside. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but like, you see Polo? Palm Beach is like the winter equestrian capital of the world. In the village of Wellington specifically, we get a big crowd here from like January through April for the polo season. We actually have the Polo Hall of Fame here in Palm Beach in Wellington, Florida. Here in the kitchen, what I like about, they upgraded this kitchen. I love the fact they have this down here. That's your microwave. Again, if you have kids, you might not choose that option. This is what I love about it. See that? It's GE monogram. So they use GE. There's like different levels of GE. The best one is monogram. So they have your stove top there. You have your hood there. And because the microwave is over there, they've got a full double oven monogram. See that? Full monogram double oven, and a pretty wide refrigerator. So I think it shows well. So just like in the Page model over at La Bian's, they have the pantry. They call it the fantry here. I don't know if you can see that, but they call it fantry. Pretty big. If it's just a pantry, it's pretty big. But the way they do it here is, and this is an upgrade, of course. Counters, cabinetry. Normally you just get, if you're getting standard, you'll just get wires. Listen, use us living in Palm Beach to help you out what you should do and what you shouldn't do. Take the wire. You can do this afterwards. We have people that can help you with that. But this shows you what you can do, and I like it. So the other thing that they do here, which I love, and I would take this as an upgrade in a heartbeat, and you guys who watch the channel know I love this, 3-inch quartz countertop. I love that. My next house is getting that. I haven't been over here, but I can tell you, right there's a bedroom. I was here for a soft opening they did. In the other community, they use this as a Barbie room. They call it like a Barbie room, but this is going to be Fashion Week. That's the theme of this room, which is sort of cool. Let me turn the camera around so you can see this. So it's a nice bedroom on the other side of the house. So for a little bit of separation, it has its own full bath, which is nice. So, I mean, you could technically, if you have in-laws, that could be a good place for them. It's separate from everybody. The family room is elegant, and look at that. I love that fireplace. That's an electrical fireplace. We don't really have that many. Almost never do you see a wood-burning fireplace here in South Florida. Can't buy wood around here. That's for darn sure. It's tricky, and when you can, it's expensive. We don't really get that hot. The typical low in January here is like 50 degrees. So why you don't really need that for a heat perspective. That is really for decoration, and it looks great. So they're getting away from formal dining rooms. This is where people, between this and your spacious island here, which they're showing 4, but you can fit more people here. There's a lot of room. The one thing that you notice as I put the camera around is there are a lot of windows here. A lot of light. The 4-panel sliders that's an upgrade because the standard is to go with a transom up top, but this goes from floor almost to the ceiling. Shows well. This is a very open concept. Wherever you see a tray, like in there's a tray, you get that. Whether it's this model or any model here at Coulter and in Esprit, if you see a tray, you're going to get it. And look how big that tray is. It goes like across the whole family room. I think that's brilliant. Over here is the master. Let's go check out the master suite. Here is your master bedroom. It doesn't look like this was kicked out. So, as I mentioned many times, you could extend this room. This looks like this is standard. This is the way it comes. Over here goes into the master bath. Water closet here. And a nice shower. Look at they have a tub inside the shower. Shelf. And remember, I always look for this. Look to see how the tiles go all the way to the top. It does here. Rain shower, 2 heads. Looks great. This is your closet. So what I like about this closet is it's just not, on first glance, it looks small, but it's not. Because, first of all, it goes here, and by golly, it goes here. It circles around, so you have a lot. You can see you almost made it like a hers over there and his over there, and they make it really easy if you want to do laundry. So your laundries are simple. Take them from your closet into this room, and then nice sink here, cabinetry, and it takes you right back out to the kitchen here. If you're entertaining, you're probably going to do just that. Close the door. As I was mentioning about polo, you'll see a lot. The builder told me when they designed this house, they made this the polo house, the equestrian house, the equestrian/polo house. And as you can see by some of the decor, you can see they did exactly that. Let's go see what they have upstairs. So they show this as a sort of an office. You can do whatever you want with this thing. There's lots of different configurations, but they have it here as an office, like a dual office, like a chair on this side and a chair on this side. You can make this a game room. You could take that. You see that the glass there? That's an upgrade to use to get the glass. But you can drywall that all the way up and make this a full bedroom. So that I've seen people do that. Here, over here is a full bath with a tub. So, I mean, there's a lot of different configurations with the second floor. The culture, the way they do it is that every house is a single story with the option to put a second story like they've done here in the Priscilla. Let's go outside. This is a big loggia, a big patio. When you quote the square footage, this is considered part of the total foot. So when you see living space, it does not include this, but you can live here, really. A nice summer outdoor kitchen. When you work with us, here at living in Palm Beach, Florida, we would advise not getting this. But what I would do is I would do the gas stub out. I cook outside every day. I mean, I love cooking outside. And everyone in Florida, generally speaking, the weather's so nice, except for today it's raining. People do it. This is a beautiful pool with a baby fence. If you don't have kids, you don't need this. But they do put this there for safety reasons. When we took ours down, it was like a relief to get rid of it because this pool looks so much nicer without it. But as you can see, the yard looks great. And because this is a brand new community, the best lots are right now. So now we're in the Sophia. I want to give you the price on the Priscilla. I'll give you the price on this one too. So these are your two biggest homes. These are your two most expensive homes. The Priscilla was $1,065,000. That is the base price of the home before the lot and before your upgrades. This is the Sophia. It's only slightly more. It's roughly $50,000 more. This is $1,110,000. So once they sell a few more homes, that's going up. This is their biggest house. I happen to know that if you fully deck this house out, and with the extensions on the front, that's the front, the back, the section on the back and the front, and if you do the second story like this, which it'll cost you more than that, but if you do that, the total square feet on this home is 3,300. It's the biggest home here at Esprit of Avenir in Palm Beach Gardens. So far, the modern is their most popular elevation. When you see modern, oftentimes you see the garages with the windows in them, like you see here. Some people love them, and it really wasn't popular until the last, literally about 3 years ago. How do you like? Leave a comment down below. By the way, hit the like button. I never say that enough. Hit the like button. If you lasted this long, I'm guessing you like this video. I'm guessing you think this community is worth checking out, or at least it's worth seeing if it's a fit. Again, reach out for us on that Zoom call. This is the best way to get in here. We can prepare you what to expect. But also leave a comment about this. What do you think about that elevation with the stonework and all? And with the second story, I think it shows well, but it's even more beautiful, in my opinion, inside. And let's go see what they have to show us here at the Sophia here in Esprit of Avenir. So you saw I showed you the entrance. Again, it's high, same dimensions, 15 feet to the ceiling and then to the Then with the tray, you're 16. But it's a little bit shorter. The Priscilla goes out a little bit more. This is a little bit not as deep. So that's a difference. So if you're a grand entrance person, these are important factors. This is a really big den, office space, whatever, bonus room, whatever you want to call it. There's a million names for this. A lot bigger than we saw at the Priscilla. It's the biggest. It's big enough that if you really want to make that a dining room, you can. Here they're using it as like an entertaining area where you could you have your TV in the family room, and here you have TV here in this room. So you can do both. If you have grandkids over, this is a great place for them to play. So just tell them to clean up their mess afterwards. They're showing 3-inch, which I love, quartz countertop, but they're doing it with the waterfall feature. How do you feel about the waterfall feature? Let me know. From an appliance standpoint, we're doing the same thing. We're doing the monogram. I mean, to me, this is important. There are lots of people who really look at this and they buy I get lots of cooks, and the quality of the kitchen is like number one to them. Double oven, which I love. That, and then this is a little bit of a different configuration. Look at how that opens. I love that. Again, a wide refrigerator. I don't know about this space. This is a space that it can potentially be utilized better, in my opinion. But it's definitely decorative. The pantry here is killer. If you come over here, you have this big pantry, which they've decked out with coffee machines and stuff, really big. But they also have, in addition, this butler's pantry. I mean, this thing just keeps going. They have this butler's pantry, cabinetry, and this is all stuff you can work on. They even have a refrigerator down here, a wine fridge. As I turn around, it keeps going to here, which is a pretty big, and another refrigerator in here too. Can never have enough refrigerator space. Washer, dryer, a big laundry room with cabinetry. I mean, I think from a pantry perspective, this is the biggest you're going to see pretty much not just here, but pretty much anywhere. I think the feedback has been, I get this all the time, the feedback is that they really, we want certain things. We want a bigger laundry room, and we want a bigger pantry. These are two things I hear all the time. And the builders, they hear these things too, and they respond as they adjust their models in the current year versus last few years and in the future. That's just how they do it. Smart. Very open concept. I mean, you have your dining area there, and the family room is gigantic. Use it decent. I think they had more windows in the page, but not by much. Decent amount of windows, giving it lots of light. Again, they're using the floor to ceiling 4-panel sliders. Look at these tracks. You see these tracks down here? That's because you can stack this. You can stack the sliders and pretty much open this whole area up. It makes in the wintertime, if you screen that off, you can keep it open, it'll make like you have another room out there. Let's go check out the master suite. This looks like it's been extended. Nice out to the window, nice view. Big window. Look at this. I'm going to go from the other side. Look at the size of that window. So lots of light here in your master, which is what you want, which I want. The bathroom is not gigantic, but it does its job. Got the rain shower going twice. All the way to the ceiling is the decoration, the tile. The master closet isn't as big as the Priscilla, but it's big. Before we go upstairs, I'm going to take you outside. This is an example of how they stack. You could just keep going. I just keep opening this up, opening this up. That's another thing people do in Florida. A lot of people have TVs outside, watch your football game, tennis, soccer, whatever you're into. Another great pool. It's raining a little bit harder, so I'm not going to go over there. But there's this, this backyard shows well. They're using on the flooring here travertine, which is an upgrade. Look at their choices. They have more choices here with this builder in terms of your pool options. It's not that the builder does it. They work with a pool vendor. But what I like about it is that they give you choices, and people are pretty particular about their pools. And if you're going to build it, you might as well have the ability to do some stuff beforehand instead of just waiting till afterwards. Because if you build your pool afterwards, let's face it, it's a little bit inconvenient. Let's go see how different it might look upstairs here at the Sophia. Okay, they're using this as a TV room. If you notice, they've got two. Full bath over here. Lights off, but full bath here. And on the other side of the television, a small office, which is nice. If you don't want a big office, just a place to do bills or something like that, this could be the thing.